my name is Samantha, and if you're new here, welcome. So you probably clicked on this video today because you're debating between either staying at a hostel or like a nicer 4-star, maybe even 5-star hotel. So I was feeling the exact same way before my trip to Miami, and that is exactly why I'm making this video, to help you guys that are stuck. I went to Miami Beach and I stayed at the Hostel. That's literally what it's called, the Hostel, for 2 nights, and then I stayed at Riviera Suites for 2 nights, and it was such a good trip. So I'm just gonna tell you guys my experience. It is really hot in here. I have my window open and I'm still dying, so we will see how this goes. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is cost. I know that's probably the #1 thing when you're trying to look for a place to stay on vacation. So obviously a hostel is way cheaper. So if you're really looking to cut back on money, a hostel is usually a good way to go, especially if you're traveling alone. That's the hostel right there. It's not in too good of an area, but there's like a lot of restaurants close by and like everything's in walking distance. So the place we went was charging $28 a night, and that was breakfast and dinner included. So we each paid a total of $56 for 2 nights, which is super cheap when you guys think about it, especially since food was included. So at Riviera Suites, we got the smallest room available. It was like 1 bed, like no kitchen or anything like that, just like a simple room, and that was $328 for 2 nights. So when we split that cost, it ended up being $164 per person. So that was 3 times the cost of what we paid for the hostel. So it's drastically different, but you are paying for the experience. So when you're paying this much money for a hotel, like I do recommend staying at the hotel. I'm currently in one of the 2 hotel pools, and I'm on this like floaty thing. Can you see it? Okay, I gotta come back. So it was really nice. When we were at the hostel, we basically left every single day. We didn't really stick around the hotel that much because there wasn't that much, you know, to offer. Good morning. We are leaving the place we're staying at right now. So we ended up at the beach because that's kind of why we came here, right? So we had to go to the beach. At Riviera Suites, we would wake up and maybe we'd go in the pool in the morning, or we'd go in the pool at night, or we'd spend half a day in the pool, or we would just walk around and eat at the restaurant. So we spent a pretty good amount of time while we were there. So it just kind of changes the experience. You're not so much at the beach or the city life, you're more at your hotel. This is the room that we were in. It's nice and tiny, that's all we need. All the essentials. We have a view of some trees, and there's like a bar / restaurant right there. The bathroom's the nicest part. Okay, we got our nice shower, sliding glass door, got the toilet. The next thing I'm going to talk about, which is probably huge for some people, is the environment there, like the space, like how clean is it, like what does it look like, and all of that. Identification cards. We are at our hotel, our hostel, our place for the night, whatever you want to call it, and we're basically just like waiting for our room. There's all these rooms lined up and they're all like labeled with the room number. Hello, is anyone home? Like, kind of feels like we're breaking into someone's house. So clearly people are like staying here. There's like bunk beds there, bunk beds here, and I'm assuming these are our beds. Okay, here are all the lockers that we have. It kind of feels like a mixture of like prison and like a camp. Like when I went to like cheer camp, this is kind of what it was like. So when you are getting a hostel, but they're not going to show you pictures of like the details where it looks dirty. But when you guys are paying such a low price for a place to stay, they're not going to maintain it as well as like a nice 4-star or 5-star hotel. They're not going to bring you up like shampoo or anything like that. Like if you want a towel, you're going to go down to the front desk to get a towel. I know, sometimes we're lazy. I'm currently bringing all of our sheets and pillowcases and towels down to the laundry room. So like I said before, the hostel and the Riviera Suites is 100% different vibes. So when you walk into the hostel, there's like people walking around. Most people are younger because, you know, obviously they're looking for the cheaper price. There's people that are studying abroad and staying there just to afford to like go to school and live there at the same time. There's a lot of people just trying to like get on their feet. It's gonna be really easy to make friends. It's gonna be easy to find like stuff to do with people. Like we kind of noticed right when we walked in, like a lot of people already knew each other. Whereas Riviera Suites is a little bit different. It's more quiet, it's more to yourself and more peaceful, and everyone is just like there with the group or like with their significant other. So what's really nice about this hotel is that there's like so many different places to relax. So I'm sitting in like this little loungy thing right here, but when I look out here, there's so many more places to just like hang out by the pool. Okay, now I'm gonna talk about the services that both these places offered. It's super different, but both have their perks and their not perks. So at the hostel, they had free breakfast and dinner, but dinner was at like 7 p.m. So if you weren't there on time, or if you showed up at like 8 or something because you're at the beach, dinner would be over by the time you got back. And then it's not like you can reserve your dinner or save it for a different time. It's just one set time. Basically kind of like a cafeteria at school. So they hand you your plate, and then you go and sit down and find a spot to eat.
I don't want to eat the pizza. How is it?
The hostel didn't offer anything like airport shuttles or anything like that, but it did offer like a party bus, and basically they're just telling you, pay this much money, get on the party bus, and we will take you to the best clubs downtown. So at Riviera Suites, they did have the typical service that most nice hotels have. So like they brought your bags up to your room, you know, they answered the call if you needed anything and brought stuff up to your room. I've had a long day, so I called the front desk with his phone right over here, literally from bed, to ask for my shampoo, and he brought it up for me, and he brought me like a huge bag, and I was like, thank you, sir. Like, I don't know how you knew, but you knew. And there was even an airport shuttle, which I loved, because an Uber from the airport to the hotel was probably about 15-20 bucks. So the hotel having that was really cool because it saved us money. Unless you're staying at like a bed and breakfast, most of these 4-star or 5-star hotels are not going to have any inclusive meals. Everything is going to be like an additional price. So in the room, of course, you had like your typical snack bar with all your drinks and sodas and different snacks to buy, and everything's way more expensive than it would be if you went to like a grocery store down the street. Should we even check the price on this? I bet it's crazy. Like, I don't even want to know. What's this? This is the VSOP. This is $6. Or is it? Wait, Hennessy? Hennessy is $10, red wine is $25. Riviera Suites did have a restaurant on site, which personally I really like because it's more convenient if you need like a last minute place before you go out for the day. It's literally on your hotel, and you can like pre-look at the menu, you kind of know what to expect. We came downstairs, we just checked out of our hotel, and this is like the little restaurant that's part of the hotel. These are pastelitos. I don't really know what they are, but they're like, it's supposed to be like cream cheese on the inside. It's like these cute pastries. And then I got a mango passion fruit smoothie. And then Michelle got pancakes. So personally, between the two experiences, I can't say that I like one over the other. I think they're both totally different, and it's gonna be a different experience either way. But no matter what you do, you're gonna have fun. So it depends on like what you're looking for and who you're traveling with. So just a quick overview. So the hostel, cheaper, not as clean, a lot of self-service, lots of people, really friendly, lots of opportunity to meet people, a lot of nightlife, party life going on. So Riviera Suites was more expensive, but it was cleaner rooms, bigger rooms, more private, more personal, better service, more amenities. Okay guys, so if you want to check out my vlog from Miami, I did vlog a little bit in the rooms and did like a little mini tour. So if you want to check that out, I'll have it linked down below. It's just Sam and Michelle Take Miami. And I'll also have the links below of both the places I stayed at. This isn't sponsored or anything. I just thought I would share it with you guys. So if you want to stay there too, you could. I recommend both places. They're both really good. We didn't have issues with either. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I really hope this helped and you got something out of it. But have a good trip if you guys are going on one soon, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.